What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. Amron, we're live at 11:30 p.m. Eastern because we're going live every single night, no matter what, for the month of August through NFL kickoff. We are here. How is everybody doing? We're going to hop into a Best Ball Mania draft. It's late as hell. Let's not waste any time in getting into this draft here. I'll be honest, I was going to come on here at 11:55. I got about a quarter of the way of recording through tomorrow's video, and it's just too late. It's just too late. I wasn't throwing my fastball. I wasn't throwing my good stuff. So I said, you know what? I don't want to sacrifice a good video just to get, because I've been on a good schedule here of like I outline all morning through the afternoon, I record, and then I go live here. The issue is that this one took me a really long time. These research videos, like the league-winning wide receiver one that came out today, they take a really long time to outline. And I didn't want to, like, I don't know if rush it's a good way of putting it, but I didn't want to put out something that's subpar. So I'll just record it in the morning or something. We'll figure that out later. But I am good enough to go to stream here. Let's hop into a Best Ball Mania and not waste any time. Of course, if you're new to Underdog Fantasy, make sure you check them out. They will match your first deposit up to $250. I have a link in the description, pinned in the live chat, and pinned in the comment section down below. How's everybody doing? How are we? Let's get this zoomed in the way that I'd like it to be. How are we? Yeah, drop a like. Late as hell. We're grinding. It's August, man. It's August. This is what we do. I bartend and Ron usually streams after I leave for work, West Coast. Hell yeah. I don't know if that's good or bad for you. We got Smooth Criminal in here. We got Bryce Long. We don't want the 12 pick. Hell yeah, dude. Laquan Treadwell. Good shout. Good shout. What else is in here? One of the best fantasy content creators out there. Thank you, man. Drop a like. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, brother, I'm soaking. Mr. August. What's up, Des B? Is that Des Bryant? All right, we got the 2 spot. That's nice. How are we, though? Yeah, I literally had a timer set on my phone that was going to go off at 11:55 if I was still recording, but like I said, I just decided to scrap it. It's not worth it. Did I already pop this out? All right, perfect. What do we got going on in here? Moist? Exclamation point. Where should I be taking Ayuk right now? I think 2-3 turns fine. Drop a damn like. Yeah, drop a like. My boy put in work and research for the people. Hell yeah, dude. That's what we do. What we do. Let's go. Had a draft coming up. Number 9 overall in Superflex. Brees, Amon-Ra, Chase, A-Rich. I don't know. It's tough. Superflex is tough. All right, so we're on the clock. We're going to take CeeDee Lamb. I know people have been asking me, like, am I concerned about the contract holdout? I would say no. I mean, in a perfect world, we'd like him to be practicing and not have some weird contract dispute, but I'm not going to lower him very much for that. Let's go around. We got DeBear in here. We got Among Us in here. Late Night Ron. Yes, sir. Bro thinks he's the Pac-12. You're 109? All right. All right. Sladen's in here. Quick take on the J.J. McCarthy news as it relates to your thoughts on Jefferson's ADP. I think I'm still taking Jefferson 108, but I think it just solidifies that he's behind Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Jamar Chase. I actually still think that Sam Darnold is like a capable quarterback, but McCarthy was the one that had like true upside of like giving you a C.J. Stroud or, you know, really good rookie season. Now I think that upside's a little bit capped, but it's still Jefferson in a Kevin O'Connell offense, and I'm not taking A.J. Brown or Puka over him. You're in pick 1? All right. Pick 8, Augustus Gloop, Lord of the Sheets. Hell yeah. Best intro song ever was Searching for Days. Dude, people hate my intro song, man. They hate it. I've been debating, like, man, maybe I should change it. I do wish maybe I put more effort into the intro during the offseason and changed it a little bit, but I also just don't care. And any comment out there that's like, your intro song sucks, only contributes to the algorithm for me. And it seems like people don't click off the video because of it. Pouring honey on you, go. Come on. Grab Brees. I don't know. Sneak peek of what's coming out tomorrow. It's going to be similar to the league-winning wide receiver video from today, but it's going to be with the running back dead zone. I'm pretty much going to go through the running back dead zone, sort of go player by player, plug them into the Google Sheets, that whole thing. You're looking for Mr. August? Are you in the right spot? I think so. Speaking. As Giants fans, my brother and I recently been sending random names from our childhood to each other. Any random names for Jets that weren't crazy but you remember? Chancey Stuckey, Kyle Wilson, Vladimir Ducasi, Quincy Enunwa. Should I keep going? Home redraft coming up. We do a whole combine to decide our draft order. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We got my boy David Kleiner in here. You're a fan of the late round pick, Sione Vaki? Oh, we got a super chat. Have you ever won any underdog tournaments? Come on, man. Don't disrespect me like that. Have I ever won any underdog tournaments? The bear shit in the woods? Come on, man. The bear shit in the woods? I'm just joking. It wasn't a big tournament or anything, but I'd like to win a bigger one. But I have won one. You're an ASU fan and Pac-12 After Dark was goated. Dude, rest in peace Bill Walton, man. Rest in peace Bill Walton. Those late night Pac-12 games with Bill Walton were so special. Love the intro song. Hell yeah. Keep the intro song at heat. VVS Stones. It's literally just an aspiring rapper who I went to high school with. That it's just easier because it doesn't get copyrighted. That's literally the entire lore. We'll go A-Chan here. Actually, yeah, we'll go A-Chan. We'll see what comes back here. Where's Kamara going on average? Depends on the site. Are you still going to do Patreon-only streams during the season? I'm not sure what I'm going to do on game day during the season. You guys know I don't know. I kind of hate start-sit streams. I know you guys enjoy them because, you know, you can get direct access to me for what I think, but start-sits are so repetitive and mundane, and they're just not very fun. And it's kind of a crapshoot anyways. Like, I as a creator, I really shouldn't tell you that. I really should say, like, you know, please, you know, come to my channel, subscribe to my Patreon so that you can get the best start-sit stuff, but start-sit is so random. I don't know. It would make sense for me in the channel's growth to do a stream every Sunday, but I don't know. I hate to be that guy, but people who have been around the channel for a while, it's one of my least favorite things to sit and just sort of answer player X versus player B. The Patreon-only ones aren't as bad, though, because it's not as many people. But towards the end of the season, I stopped doing them, and I just... Because then if I don't do them, I can just put more time into adjusting the rankings before kickoff. So, I don't know. It's a give and take. What's Malik Neighbors' value in a home league redraft? Probably like the 3-4 turn. Depends how many Giants fans you have in your home league. As a person in Jersey, there's a lot of Giants fans, so I don't think I'll be getting a crazy discount. When's my home league draft? I think we're going to do it. This is actually an interesting... I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on this. We're not going to do... Like, last year we did a whole vlog of our fantasy draft, which was really cool. This year it just didn't line up in terms of scheduling and budget and everything. We're probably going to do something big next year. But we're going to do our draft the day before kickoff. So the Wednesday night before the first Thursday games. I was debating having, like, I don't have my entire league, but I honestly might have, like, half of my home league over to my house, chilling in the basement, and we might just draft it. Like, I'll put the sleeper board on here. I'll be here. Maybe I get out of the chair, and one of my friends kind of comes on and kind of, you know, says his thoughts about his pick or just messes around with the chat for a little bit. I don't know. It's not going to be like riveting content, but I think that it would be kind of cool if anybody in my home league wants to do that. Do you do Superflex? I do not. I do not. The video today was gas. We're going to be Nico maxing this year. Yes, sir. Chris Herndon. Yep, that's a guy. You playing any bigger than 12 teams? I don't. I'm very vanilla, man. I'm very vanilla. Late night, Mr. August. Are we drinking some seltzers? No, not today. Not today. Not today. We might do a drinking stream over the weekend or something. How was Chipotle tonight? I had Chipotle for lunch. It was good. You said that song's a banger. That's what I think. Yeah, Bill Wallen's a go. It's kind of poetic that he passed with the Pac-12 kind of falling apart. That's my thing. The start sits are already, they're already in the rankings themselves. It's just a matter of going and looking. I don't know. It's tough. I feel obligated to do them because everyone else does them, but I don't know. Like, I know there's other creators that'll sit there for like an hour plus and just go, go with this player or this player. It's brutal. We got Brock in here. You may fall asleep. Me too, brother. You said, how much money is this draft? $25. Let's see. So we're going to be up here. We keep getting boxed in like this where I wish that I had just taken a... We're going to take Rashee Rice because he seems to keep rising, even though I do love ETN a ton. Well, I'm going to dare this guy to go 4 running backs. Go 4 running backs, man. Go for it. I dare you. Yeah, he's not going to do it. All right, so he goes Lamar Andrews, and then we will take a 5th round Travis Etienne. Hell yeah. 5th round Travis Etienne, Rashee. This is a nice little squadron here. We're going to set this up like a modified double hero RB and just act like this is a home league where we took Achane and Etienne in rounds 2 and 3. You said playing as UTEP versus 6 Ohio State right now. Pray for your boy. I will say, grinding in August, I have missed playing college football, but I'll be playing it a ton. Wow, they updated their top 300 rankings today, huh? I'm gonna have to look at that because I didn't want to get into a mock just to see them, but it seems like their rankings are off of their they're like printable top 300 PPR rankings cheat sheet. DeBear, let me know if that's what you're talking about. Thoughts on Nico and Dell on the same team? People go crazy in those high stakes drafts that we do when I take Nico and Dell. It's like, dude, 2 pass catchers on a top 5 passing offense, like, sign me up. Like, people would almost rather I took like Malik Neighbors instead of Nico Collins. And it's like, dude, like, I would rather have 2 pass catchers in the same really good offense than 2 pass catchers on different offenses that are both ass. Like, last year, owning guys like Chris Olave and Devontae Adams was frustrating because their offenses sucked despite the volume. So I didn't mean to go on a rant there. But yeah, Nico and Dell are very much fine. Oh, we have a $20 super chat. Jeez, man. I appreciate it. What do we got? Redraft League just added pick trading. You're the 101 dude with the 5th spot offered me his... Oh, jeez, dude. He offered you his 105, 606, and 705 for your 301, 410, and 501. Jeez, dude. I'm almost always, like, against doing this. Like, even if you get a crazy deal, it's just too much. He offered you his 105, 606, and 705 for your 301, 410, and 510? Huh. Like, on the surface, I think, yeah. I don't know. This is I'm like very much team never trade any picks, but I think I would. Yeah, I mean, what, you move your 4 moves back to a 6 and your 5 moves back to a 7 to move your 3 up to a 1. Yeah, do that. I don't know. I'm usually against that kind of stuff, but if you can get like McCaffrey and then if you can do like a double here with McCaffrey and Brees, if it's a 10 team league where you're just gonna get values everywhere, I think I would. In a 10 team, I think I would. That's a cheat sheet you're talking about. I've been following that to prepare for my home league with my buddies because that's what they used to draft with. Yeah, that's what I figured, and that's because I've been trying to figure out because next week we're gonna do like the home league site analysis. And I've been trying to find a way because I know for damn sure that the ESPN ADP is not what they're actually drafting off of on there. So, dude, thoughts on the auto sub feature from Sleeper? I'm going to be honest. I am not a fan. I completely understand the quality of life idea. And it's like, it's in theory very convenient. But, like, I say this all the time. You guys know me. I am very, look, man, I'm very vanilla with my fantasy football, dude. It's the way it is for a reason, is what I'm trying to say here. We're going to take Roma Dunze. I don't know. I think it's kind of cheese, man. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think it's kind of cheese. That's my take. I think it's kind of cheese. The whole point of fantasy football if you don't want the hardship of setting your lineup, then play best ball. I'm trying to phrase this the correct way because I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to I'm sure Sleeper put a lot of time and effort into getting that update out, and I don't want to completely shit on it. And I understand the utility of it, but it fundamentally goes against what managed league fantasy football is. Like their example that they showed is you can do that with a Monday night player, which I would have loved Brian Thomas, man. We're gonna go JSN. But it completely goes against like everything that managed leagues stand for. Like part of the strategy is knowing, all right, Saquon plays on Monday. He's a game time decision. Do I want to risk it and then have to pick up like, a Will Shipley, or maybe somebody else has Will Shipley and you pick up a guy who's playing on the other side of that game that's like a shitty start? That's all part of the game theory of the game. So it sucks. I'm also so busy in every single freaking dynasty league I'm in. They're like, should we implement this now? And it's like, dude, I'm working. I don't have time to vote for if we should use it or not. Look, I think it's I don't know. I think it's dumb. That's my take. That's my take. It goes against everything that managed leagues stand for. Just play best ball. I'm sorry, man. Just play best ball. I don't know if that's a bad take. I haven't scrolled up to see what you guys think about what I just said here, but that is where I'm at. Super chat from Joe Dokes. Thank you, man. Yeah, maybe this was a bad take. None of your friends want it because you're the sharp ones, or I like it because I have 65 teams. That's fair. I mean, I have a lot of teams too. But it's like, I don't know. If setting a lineup is tough, then don't join that many. That's true, Pesky. I get different time zones. I think that's fair. I really don't like the Monday aspect. If you want to do it so that people don't have to wake up early on Sunday, then sure. But I really don't like the Monday aspect. That's my biggest holdup, is having a thing that retroactively puts a benched player in your starting lineup if a player is a game time decision for the Monday night game. I don't like at all. That's my biggest holdup, I think. Yeah, I mean that's dude. I mean that's the game. The game is waking up, reading the news. Do you guys remember one that was like huge was Alvin Kamara overseas game maybe 2 years ago when he was like listed on nothing, but they brought Latavius Murray with them, which was like a small sign of it, and then the game kicks off at like 9 a.m. And he's not out there, and people got screwed. And it's like, that's the beauty of it. That's why we play the game. I don't know, man. They clarified that the Monday night thing would change. See, that's what. There's something. I really shouldn't say this out loud because Sleeper is like a very big company, and like I've. It's actually funny. I've had them reach out to work with me before, and then I have talked bad about them on Twitter to the point where they've gone from wanting to work with me to then like unfollowing me on Twitter. But I also don't care. They're not looking to really like empty their pockets for anybody. It's really more. I don't know, how can you help their app? But there's just something that comes off to me, like the people that work on the app don't actually play fantasy football, you know? Like if in the rollout of this new feature you included a Monday night game in there, then you don't know ball. Like, you're not playing in a lot of fantasy leagues. I'm sorry. I don't know. This is a good question, J Breesy. You said, knowing you're saying avoid the wide receiver in the second round, do you recommend prioritizing a wide receiver that you listed round one over a guy like Brees or Bijan? I would say no for this reason, that my rankings are with that in mind. So in Underdog, I'm actually taking like Jamar Chase over Brees Hall. But in your home leagues, like I said in that video, I have the ranking set up in a way that kind of already adjusts for all that, so that you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, I have running backs pushed up in the second round. I have only 2 wide receivers ahead of Brees and Bijan. So yeah, I wouldn't sort of manually do anything because I sort of try to account for that myself. We're gonna take Jonathan Brooks here. See what this guy does on the turn. I don't know. I shouldn't. I should shut up about Sleeper. I agree. There's if you don't want to set your lineup, then play best ball. That's kind of what it comes down to for me. I don't know. Maybe I should like. I don't know. Can we just get best ball leagues on desktop? Can that happen? Like, they. I'm gonna shut up a little bit, but you know what I mean. Like, if you try and open up Sleeper on your desktop, and you try and open a best ball league, it just doesn't work. Can I also get pinned stuff from previous years when I renew it to carry over? Can that happen? I don't know. It just feels like we're trying to reinvent the wheel when there's like, it's not a perfect website right now. All right, well, yeah, you can turn it off or turn it on. Wheels up on the spectacles, my boy. What does that mean? Brief thoughts on Jacob. Seems to be a lot of fluctuation on where he goes. He went before ETN in this one. Yeah, I cannot do that. I can't take Jacobs before ETN, but I do understand the appeal there. I do understand the appeal. Someone asked if they could have it. Yeah, Brock, I saw that in our chat, and it's like, I can't say anything there. They're trying to make the fish better. I understand you attack the draft trying to win first place or bust, but if you have side bets versus others in your league week to week worth more than the buy-in, would you try and draft differently? It's an interesting question. I don't think so, though. Like, I think first and foremost, I'm trying to win the league. And also, like, if you... We shoot for first place, but we also build a team that can withstand the variance of a season where your wide receivers through flex are going to be good, so you can kind of just figure out running backs off waivers. Like, last year, I had Jonathan Taylor at RB1. I had Jamar Chase. And even then in my home league, I was still scrapping and clawing, fighting for a playoff spot. So even with my draft strategies, because you're not using them in a best ball league, as long as you're up to date and you're like watching the videos and stuff in season, especially our rookie wide receiver report, we're on top of guys. Like last year, we were on top of Puka, Rashee Rice, all of these guys, Jaden Reed. You're never going to have an ass team. It's kind of the best way I can put it. As long as you're on top of everything, even if you draft for upside, you're still going to be good enough in season so that you're not 3-10 and like losing all of these side bets. I think is how I would say it. Can you explain the auto sub feature? The idea is it's a sleeper thing where you can you can turn it on so that if a player's a game time decision, you can set backups in his place. So if he gets ruled out, then it'll automatically put those players in for you, so you don't have to do it yourself and manage the lineup. What else we got? Gibbs over Kyron now? Not yet, but I am a little spooked on Gibbs. I'm a little spooked on Gibbs, but I still have such a hard time taking him out of the first round. But I think it's a good shout that you said Kyron there, because if I was to take Gibbs out of the first round, it would be Kyron 112. I love Kyron a lot, but 112 feels rich for Kyron. Man, I wish I gave a little bit more thought about this next pick. We're actually going to go... Goddard actually sort of plays. We get Philly versus Dallas there. This is going to end up being like a 2-5-9-2-ish type of build. Maybe even 3 tight ends if we want. So, I should have taken Cooks to go with Dak, but I'm also not that hurt about it. We're probably going to take Judy here, but you could talk me into Judy, Polk, or A.D. Mitchell. The A.D. Mitchell in the slot stuff is very interesting. I don't know if Brock's still in the chat, but very interesting. You've watched my videos for the last 2 years. First time catching you live. What's up, Steve? What do you think about taking Brooks and Rice on the same team? Too much wasted space in case Rice gets suspended, or you think it's worth it? In a managed league, I wouldn't, but in a best ball where I feel like I can sort of make up that ground with like weekly output, and then also just because I'm shooting for so much late season upside here, I'm fine sort of trying to thread this needle. You do bring up a good point, though. Like, I mean, having Brooks and Rashee Rice and Rome Odunze, a bunch of guys that'll backload their points, might backfire. But it's also a BBM where I'm trying to win a mill, so we'll see. Just clip that and send it to Sleeper. Bro's cooking Sleeper. Hey, you won your league for the first time last year? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Shout out, man. Do you need 9 wide receivers here? I was thinking 6 to 8. I'm thinking through it. I think I probably... I don't know. What do you think? Is like, I feel like my running backs are pretty damn good. I mean, you could kind of talk me into... I feel like we have a lot of flexibility here. We'll kind of see how this second quarterback goes for us, but you could talk me into like 2-5-9-2. You could talk me into 2-5-8-3, 2-6-8-2, 2-6-7-3. I think something in that range is probably where we're going to end up at. I think Mitchell will move outside once Downs is back, though. Yeah, 100%. But I think it's at least... I think it's bullish for A.D. Mitchell just in that, like, instead of... I mean, it's not like they have another slot to go to. I guess it would be Gold, the rookie. But it's nice that, like... It's nice that they just want to get him on the field, you know? And they just... And so, honestly, to put him in the slot over Michael Pittman, I think, speaks a lot, too. You said nice room so far. Sometimes badges don't mean shit. Good picks, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't think Rice is getting suspended, but there's certainly risk there. Yeah, add Devi. That would be pretty cool. And it's like... I don't know. I get from a business standpoint, they want to appeal to a bigger audience, but... Dude, if they had a Devi feature, and I'm not saying I'm the target audience, but if they had like the true C2C sickos, they should also get into the game of like just being league safe, like having it just on site, putting the money on the site. I don't know. What's good, Ron? What do you think about starting 3 RBs in first 4 rounds with a setup being 2 wide receiver and a flex? I think it's viable if you'd like to. It just depends on who that third running back is. Is Eckler going to do that poor in Washington? I was talking through that the other night with Jacob Sanderson. He's not high on him. I'm not crazy about him, but I think if you can get him in the double-digit rounds, I think that there's worse things you can do with a fantasy pick. Jeez, I hate everything on the board right now. All the running backs kind of below. So you have Herbert, Cousins, Stafford. Could certainly use a tight end, but I hate all the ones that are available. God damn it. Am I really going to take Jahan Dotson? No, I'm just going to take more Xavier Legette. Can't stop. Hey, we got Kari in here? No, Dobbins just went. I should have gone Dotson there. If it was going to be wide receiver, it should have been Dotson. I keep taking Legette, though. Actually, we're going to take... Oh, no, we can't. I was going to say we're going to take Chuba Hubbard for the early season Brooks stuff, but then I remembered he's in the same freaking backfield. I'm trying to think. I hate these tight ends. I don't want any of them. I don't want Downs because he's going to take some ramp up here. So I guess I think we're going to take Jaleel McLaughlin as just like a guy who will get me some points here and there. Do I want Hunter Henry? Yeah, we're going to take Hunter Henry. I don't know. That was a weird pick, but I think Hunter Henry gives us the flexibility of going 2 tight ends. I just straight up have Hunter Henry over these guys. But I'm still down to go 3 tight ends if we want to. But that might have been... I don't know. I'm not crazy about the Legette pick. I'll just be straight up with everybody here. I think that could have been Dotson out of value. I was just kind of scrolling down, got timed out a little bit. Maybe Legette's the guy you need, though. No, I don't want to do Sanders and Brooks. You have 30% Dotson? I don't know, man. No love from Luke Musgrave. I just think that Tucker Kraft is a real dude. And then also the thing that I always reference with tight ends, shout out to Andrew Cooper, is that like to have like a true really good season, you have to be a top 5 target in your or top 2 target in your offense. And Musgrave is like potentially target number 5 in that offense, you know? So it's tough. And then Komet's just like, get out of here. You could have talked me to Dobbins if he made it to us as like an early season fire, you know, like lightning in a bottle. No, Legette 100% has more upside than Dotson straight up. So the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. August, love the content. Can't wait to win my home league. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, Hunter Henry can lead this team in targets. I don't think that they should, but Ron drafting solo, you can't even order Chipotle. No sir, man. Would taking a shot at Daniels being my main QB in redraft be absolutely crazy? No. No, but I think that my thing with drafting Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams in like a managed league is I would just make sure that you draft like Rodgers, Stafford, you know, one of those guys late. I don't know. I always get queasy about starting a rookie quarterback in week 1. I'm trying to think of who I did that before with, and it just worked out horribly. Wow, that's a deep cut. Deep cut. Mr. Grug knows that I'm a Yak fan. How do you know that? Favorite moment. I think the Nick's toenail episode is a great one. I also love like the first case race when they tipped some random like delivery guy. And I'd love to give a deep cut, but I don't got one right now. Let's see. Wow, so if Pearsall... I don't know if I'm going to take Pearsall now that I think about it. Certain point we have to stop taking tight ends a little bit here. I got an idea. Ricky Pearsall at that big of a value sucks to not be able to take, but we're going to take Bucky here. I got an idea. Yeah, so we're really just banking on the idea that Achane and Etienne are going to carry our RB1 and RB2 spot early on. But we're setting this up so if we need this to be a six-man running back room, we absolutely can make it that way. Good Pearsall pick, my boy. And then we'll take Deshaun. Little falling Deshaun, 170. We get him stacked up to Jerry Jeudy. And we get the Week 17 correlation with Devon Achane. So there we go. We're laughing to the bank. No, I'm just playing. But I have been trying to do better at letting you guys know where we're at here. But we took CeeDee Lamb, then Achane, then Devontae Adams, Rashee Rice, Travis Etienne, Rome Odunze, JSN, Jonathan Brooks, Dak Prescott, Dallas Goedert, Jerry Jeudy, Xavier Legette, Hunter Henry, Bucky Irving, and Deshaun Watson. That's where we're at. How did it feel taking on the BDG squad in trivia? It was super fun. I'll be honest. I thought BDGE or Nerd Sesh were gonna win. I was just kind of on the vibes when I got there. I was the last second fill-in. Like I'm not even affiliated with Fantasy Life. I just was asked because somebody couldn't make it, and I said, you know what, I can't pass down this opportunity. And I was just kind of on to begin it. I was just kind of on some just happy to be here vibes, and then we started cooking a little bit, and I was like, you know what, let's try and win this thing. But it was fun, dude. And Nick and all those guys, really genuine people, really cool people. Nick was taking the time to interact with all of his super fans and setting up the whole thing. It was really cool. Just quit now. You're taking the cake in this draft. Yeah, Trey Lance. If you started Trey Lance in year one or week one, it was brutal. Yeah, I like Bucky too, and I agree. I think people just kind of push Bucky to the side because he's undersized and he'll never have 20 plus touches, but he's gonna be a thorn. Are you high on Javonte this year? I'm super high on him. How many BBM drafts have you done so far? This is gonna be around 100. Couldn't pass on Pearsall at that value. No, 100%. That was a good pick. Thank you for the super chat, Brock. 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Would you have a specific strategy or targets when using your cheat sheet if you had 1 or 2 drafts for the entire season? In that format, I think I'd push up running backs a little bit higher, especially Pacheco, Etienne, and higher. I'd be trying to prioritize 1 to 2 running backs in the first 3 rounds. But no, I think pretty much 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. You can still use the cheat sheet, and it should steer you in the right direction. I think it's just a matter. What I would say is just really be cognizant of how many wide receivers you have, because if you already have wide receivers through the flex plus 2, you can kind of just stop drafting receivers and you can just keep throwing dart throws on running backs. I think hero RB and double hero RB will both work. Even if you end up drafting 3 running backs in the first 5 to 10 rounds, I think that's viable too. I think you just want to take the best players possible. Don't force receiver, and I think you'll be all right. Let's see here. So I think that we're pretty much done at quarterback. We could certainly afford another tight end. We're gonna take Dameon Pierce, who's or actually no, we're gonna take Estime. I know it's man, we're taking a lot of rookie running backs. Are they going to produce early for us? But again, I think we'll be fine early on. I think we're going to aim for a 2.673. I think that our wide receivers are good enough to do that. So now, all right, so we already have Dallas. Are people just taking unstacked Jalen Tolbert? Is that just a thing that's happening now? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's a thing that's happening. All right. Somebody took him at 158. Jeez, man. All right, whatever. I don't want him anyways. All right, so let's think. So we already have the Philly side of that. We already have Miami, Cleveland. All right, so we're actually pretty good on correlation. Dude, we might just unironically take... That's what we're going to do. We're going to take Juwan Johnson, dude. Juwan, you can do a lot worse than Juwan Johnson at tight end. We're going to take Juwan Johnson, who I just think is like a fine tight end. Banged up, and that kind of moved him down, but I think that he's going to be fine by the time that I actually need him. And then we'll just take a last-round flyer running back, I think. What do you guys think of that? 2-6-7-3? I think that's probably fine. Like this wide receiver room is really good, right? Like CD, Devontae, Rashee Rice, Rome Odunze, JSN, Judy Leggett. I think that'll get it done. And then running back Achane, Etienne, Brooks, Bucky Irving, Estime. You could talk me into cutting it off at 5, though. I did think that 3 tight ends was a necessity with Goddard, Hunter Henry, Juwan Johnson. What do you guys think? Wide receiver or running back? Could talk me into a third quarterback, but I don't think so. I think Dak Deshaun will get it done. Said you killed it. Thanks, fellas. I wasn't sure how many of you guys had watched the BDG trivia thing, but it was super fun, dude. Super fun. I was getting in my on the bullshit one where I just had to like name second round picks into perpetuity. Like I was genuinely sweating. That's what people don't understand is like it's easy to watch those shows, but then like actually showing up. Oh, all right, but actually showing up under like dude like not even figuratively speaking, like there were literally bright lights on that set. Showing up in the bright lights in front of a crowd of people and actually, you know, getting questions right is difficult. I was just lucky I had practice under the bright lights in the basement. That's the thing. People wouldn't last a day in my shoes. What's your general ratio of positions you recommend on underdog drafts? You kind of have to look at it like you have a budget for each. Like you know those memes that you find on Instagram and Twitter of like you got $20 and here's like this is your budget and there's like $5, $4, $3. It's kind of like that where if you spend $5 at RB, right, you take a bunch early, then you can't have a billion of them. You then have to sort of do 5 $1 guys in the other areas. That's kind of the best way I could put it. But the max I would do at every position, and this is what I have my settings set to, is 3 quarterbacks, 7 running backs, 9 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. That's about the max I would do for each position. You could talk me into a world where 10 wide receivers or 4 tight ends make sense. You did your first manage on NFC. Amon-Ra, London, Nico, Jason, and Rome. Oh, yeah, dude. Those are your only receivers? Maybe a hair light. But I think that's probably fine. Let's think for a second here. You could certainly talk me into... I mean, Derek Carr could make some sense, man. Derek Carr stacked to Juwan Johnson with a Devontae Adams bringback. It's either that or it's Will Shipley on the Philly-Dallas correlation. What do you guys think? We can go Derek Carr again, stacked to Juwan Johnson with a bringback of Devontae in that Week 17 game, or we can get Dallas, Shipley, CD. People don't like Derek Carr. People would prefer Bo Nix. I think I'm just going to take Will Shipley. Yeah, I'm gonna go Shipley. I would have been down for Knicks if I had any Denver, but I just don't see the appeal. So I'm gonna go Shipley. Because there's 100%, like, I don't think that Derek Carr is going to start in week 17. Like, there's a really good chance he doesn't, you know? But that's the team. I know somebody out there wanted me to sort of scroll up on it. Let's actually just sort of, like, zoom out and show the team. Or actually, once Vinny makes his pick. This is where we're at. 212 2024 drafts, 153 pre-draft. So we're at like 360 for the season. I think we're going to end up probably around like 500 drafts this year. Should I fuck with? Let's do... Alright, so here's the team. If anybody wants to see it. 2-6-7-3, just a nice little vanilla team of Dak, Deshaun, HN, ETN, Brooks, Bucky Irving, Estime, Will Shipley, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, Rashee Rice, Roma Dunze, JSN, Jerry Jeudy, Xavier Legette, Dallas Goedert, and Hunter Henry. Nothing crazy, but it's a nice team. I think our wide receiver room is good. I think our running back room is good. I think we have some correlation here. So that is going to do it for us tonight. It's very late. I'm not going to stick around much longer. Yeah, so spended a ton of time on today's video. It'll be out probably tomorrow. It'll be sort of similar today where we sort of break down the components of what a successful dead zone running back looks like. But I appreciate all you guys that came out here. The fact that we had like over 300 plus viewers in here at like damn near midnight is crazy. I love all the support. You guys have been... Dude, today's video went bonkers. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Just in terms of numbers on the back end. So, truly do appreciate all of you guys. Keep watching the videos. Keep liking them. Keep subscribing. Keep coming to the streams. We're going to be streaming every single night through kickoff. And, of course, when we stream, we're going to be drafting on Underdog. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, they're the best. Have a sign in the back just to prove it. Promo code RON gets you a deposit matched up to $250. You can find the link to Underdog Fantasy in the description, live chat, and the comment section down below. You click it, it'll take you there. It'll use promo code RON. It'll match your deposit up to $250. And you can hop in these drafts with us. As always, I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.